The podcast.
Hey, since last year.
Since last year, we've been saying we are going to record, but we thank God that we just had to do anything that use anything a scenario so that we can take the information and give it to the people as it is.
True.
Yes.
Because if you don't start with what you have.
Hey, you will look for equipment every time.
So this is it, the focal point hub. That's what we'll be discussing. We are not even sure because there's a lot to discuss.
Yeah, we discussed a lot of things anyway.
True.
We discussed about the politics. We
yes,
discussed,
already.
We discussed about how it affects people, even if we try to ignore it. But for the fact that it's part and parcel of lento yenza every day, you know. So it affects you. So you can't say no. Me, I'm not part of politics. I'm not.
Politics is day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Whatever you're drinking, whichever roads you're using, whoever you're talking to,
it's affected by the politics.
True.
You know.
So don't ever think you're not part of politics.
Yeah,
it's upset. It's crazy.
Yeah. Maybe what we should make it clear to people is that what is this podcast for? Is it only a podcast? What is it?
There are many podcasts out there.
Yeah, so how different are we doing things?
Yeah, that's very important. That's very important.
We are not just doing a podcast. We are just getting information out, but also this podcast wants to do a difference in the community, difference in somebody's life, and also be hands-on. We are going to do documentaries and change people's lives and see how also we motivate people to come back to life. And the other people, they're
giving up.
They're dead.
Walking dead.
Yes.
So as he's saying, it's true. What we are planning, in fact, it's just to bring solutions, unlike criticizing what's happening every time.
Yeah.
But to try and work with you and work with all different communities, just to say, but how can we solve it? How can we? That's what we are basing this on. We are not really on criticisms mainly, even though you have to via criticism and then learn. But the main thing is to bring solutions, because it's high time where we resolve things, unlike just questioning them without solutions. So that's how that's what this podcast will be about.
Yeah, because we have especially the media space, you know, most of the times they take opportunity of making just highlights,
true,
headline,
true.
This happened, and then that's all. As long they have views, they are happy with it. But that is not our point. That is not where we are at. As we start this, there are a lot of programs within it where we are saying, okay, fine, there is this problem, politics can't solve it, or let's say the government can't solve it. So how do we as a community now come together and say, okay, since the government is too far, how do we as a people, do we put together things and make things happen without the government? You see, because government is far. Let the government find us doing something. Let the government find us on a moving. Already there are a lot of things that the community, that without knowing that they have been doing together, you know, and it's just because there was a problem that affected them in the house.
Then they had to unite.
And then they had to unite for that moment, and then they solved the problem, and then they dismantle it again. Whereas people, they can just say, okay, fine, so together we can do something that is big. Like most of the people, when we talk about electricity here, the transformers have died and the ESCOM never pitched, and people united and say, how do we buy our own thing? They call the person, they bought their own transformer, and they have electricity.
I think the hint of where solutions are, it's everywhere. Like, in fact, other nations are uniting. It's only blacks who are still like struggling with it, I think, given the history where we're coming from. But as you are giving the example of the transformers, and people can unite over a thing, for future, we must plan to unite over everything. Like,
Yes.
how do we become millionaires?
Yes,
Then we unite over such ideas.
Yes.
Because together we make it easy.
Yeah. So our unity as black people is not caused by intentions. We are not intentionally uniting.
It's like
just because
we are
reactive.
Yes. Then we
Yes.
have to come up with.
Yes, with the solution at that time. So we are reactive instead of seeing something that we can not reacting to something, but looking into a bigger thing to say we can create something that has never been there as a community.
True.
You know, we see in Cape Town they are doing it. Western Cape they are doing those things, especially the white people. They are intentionally doing things.
In fact, historically, we can know it's only when they united. That's how they colonized Africa, because they were just united over an idea. Then they said, let's build boats, let's do this, how many guns do we need?
Yeah.
And they came. So we can learn from that. I mean, it's a bad example, but you get it.
Yes. It doesn't matter. You know, whatever unity that people have, always is a principle that something good or something bad that they want to do at that time
will happen.
Yeah, because those people are intentionally wanting to do this thing.
True.
You see, it doesn't matter whether people hate each other. We've seen sometimes gangs.
Yes.
You know, uniting, but they don't
love each other. But for the purpose of the goal,
they will go together and rob a bank or they do something, and they won't have a problem.
So, so this podcast, honestly, is about that. There will be a lot of talking and a lot of engagements and a lot of people coming through. So we'll be asking questions, but solution-based.
Yeah.
Like, we just want to know, but what can be done? What is it that can be done?
Yes.
And after that, apply it. And we'll bring you the result of the application of the decisions that were taken here, whether lima councillor or mayor. Because what we want to do is to make it happen. Like, if we're saying us and the mayor will do this, we'll go out there and do it and apply it and see, okay, this is the result, and bring it back to the show.
Yeah,
something like that. We need practical stuff.
There's something that is
something is beeping there.
Just check. Maybe
is it still recording?
No, it's that thing on top of the tape. Yeah, just switch it off there.
Yeah. Okay, but it's technical stuff.
Yes. Otherwise, it will cause a panic attack.
What's happening in the studio? There was there a bomb.
Yes.
So yeah. But how do you feel on the journey we are embarking?
No, I'm excited. I've been already excited since last year, but you know, we've been trying to find the right equipment so that we can. But I said, no, let's just do it anyhow. You see?
Lesson learned, you can hear me. You start with whatever you have. That's the thing. Don't even focus on what you don't have. You won't start.
No.
So start with what you have. If what you don't have, it's what you can have tomorrow, then maybe you can look into that. But if you don't have, don't waste time.
Yeah, just do it. We have seen people who are using their phones. They sit on their car, they speak, and they've been doing things. You know.
What's important is the message.
Is the message that you carry. I think it's not the setup that you do. You have people, they overlook the setup and listen to the minds that are at that camera or the voice or whatsoever that you'll be doing at that time. It's just because people, that's what they've been longing and wanting to hear for the longest time. So this podcast, really, we are going to be doing a lot of things, funds. We are going to be, you know, bringing plans and implementations. We are going to bring politicians also to speak for themselves. Councillors until.
We'll be fixing the art world also, because we are also artists.
Yes, also.
So we'll be looking into that, like the art world, because now I was giving up, or no more singing. How long was I doing this? Imagine. So I thought it would be nice if we can still engage with artists. Like, what do you think makes a lot of people not to enter into the music industry? Stuff like that. To get a lot of people who did not enter, just to bring the solution, so that once we find the solution, then we can unite over that solution and start implementing it. Because companies cannot sign everyone. I realize they can sign 4 or 5 people, but we are many. We are like thousands. And again, we'll be touching on religion, which is
religion. Yes, looking into the depth of the of what the Bible is, even though I don't believe it's religion. So we are going to be defining all those things, that what is religion and what is Christianity.
You understand? That would be nice. So just to open, and I've seen while meditating, or this is the year, a lot of things will be exposed. Yeah. Maybe you have seen already, but a lot of things are exposed also. Without making a lot of effort, a lot of people will know things. Maybe this is one of the platforms that will reveal such things, whereby you just realize, like, I didn't know this. It's only today that I know.
And we are seeing the parties are mushrooming like every day. True. So we will talk about these things to say, really, do we have to have so many parties? Are we so divided like this way that we can have more than 300 parties that they've registered this year?
No.
You understand?
Those are that's very interesting.
So are we so?
Is our plans and manifesto so diverse?
Yes.
Who wants to do what? Because usually when you read their manifesto, they're nearly the same, honestly.
Yeah. So what makes them
into communism or socialism or
what makes them do something? Are they not patient enough for each other? They can't stand each other, or all of them, they are fighting for power. That I will sit there in that power.
Yeah.
You see? But when we look at the white community, we will see that no matter differences that they have, they will choose a leader. You understand? We have seen in America, they've been changing 2 parties. The other time is this party, the other time is the other party. You understand? So we will research on those things. What makes America thrive on 2 parties and not many parties? And also we'll investigate whether are there other parties that we don't know about. Maybe these are the 2 major parties. But we have only seen 2 parties in America. Even if they are debating, it will be 2 parties.
It will be
you understand? So maybe other parties will be like non-governmental, the ones that are always and what are the criterias that in Africa we are looking for someone to register?
I remember in Malem, wasn't it 200? I had someone saying
200 something.
Imagine. Yes. Because EFF was complaining the other time, really, it's a lot. When they were going in, they realized, hey, we don't have that money.
Yes.
But very interesting, especially that now we are going into elections and stuff. So who are you voting for and why? That's another thing. I've read already, I see, was it the day before? They said 70%, I think, youth in KZN registered.
Yeah, because of Malema.
70%.
Yes, because of EFF, yes.
So
even if you looked at the manifesto of when they were launching their manifesto, it was youth. There was no Gogo, there was no Kulu, there was no grand people. So they are the future, whether you like it or you don't. You understand?
He's prophesying.
Yeah, they are the future. No, sometimes you need to look and see their intentions. They are not looking into all people, because all people are going. You understand? ANC, when I looked, if one day I think what we'll do also, we'll show the video of them of when they were launching the manifesto, the ANC in the stadium. You will see the grannies and and you see a few youth, but they literally, I think, from 18 years. Not even maybe 40 maybe.
But no older people were there.
Yeah, mostly were students.
I realized. And I've heard now EFF has taken all universities. I was surprised.
Yes, they are. And that stadium, don't think that maybe they took buses from Limpopo to make it.
It's people from KZN.
From KZN.
Yo. So yeah, an interesting year whereby we'll be making a very, what can I say, giant move, deciding who will lead this country. How do you see it? Is it a coalition, or do you think we are heading for a surprise?
No, this is a coalition.
This is a coalition.
Yeah,
you don't see EFF taking it.
No, this one, West now, the MK also is
there.
The MK is doing.
I wonder how Zuma was feeling when he saw the EFF on weekend.
No, those ones are
friends.
Yes, because I saw the tweet of Tutuzile Zuma.
Hey.
Yes. Congratulating Malema, saying before even the stadium was full, you know. Before the stadium was full, already they were encouraging the party to say, no, go and do it. No one will block you.
No.
You understand? So you will see that also MK is doing the work for EFF to come in, because they are happy for MK, because they are not competing with EFF. The reason being the target market for MK is the ANC, to take people from ANC and so that it cannot reach the 50%.
I heard Jacob Zuma saying we must look into the whole electoral system, like when we vote. Do you think he knows something?
Yeah, they do. He has been there, man.
Because I heard him repeating it.
Yes. No. All over the world, I can assure you, all over the world, if you really investigate and check, why elections have never
been open.
No, not like open, but they do it in the same way. It's a ballot paper. But we've advanced in technology, but when it comes to
elections,
don't they trust the system? The new system that can be implemented where people can vote from their homes.
Because you just have to register your name there, and you can't register it twice. Yes. Then you just press your.
Yes.
Then after that you can't get in or something.
The government systems have been working where you cannot crook it. You understand? Like whether it's the lotto, you put those numbers, you can't turn them around. There's no way. You understand? So you will see that at some point when we do our research, you will see that these things are decided who's going to rule. It's not about the, you know, there is because when I watched this this documentary of that is called is it the Brotherhood from America, to say they decide who's going to rule, and they have a purpose why that person must rule. You know.
Sure. So do you think it's like in terms of America, who decides? Is it this party or this?
No, it's that family.
For which party? For one party, which means?
No, for every party.
Or like now it will be the Republican.
Yes,
for whatever.
Like in South Africa, if the Ruperts, the what they call them, the Stellenbosch family, if they can say no NCs, I think we can just give it to.
Then they can start pouring money in that party.
Yes. No. It's just electricity.
It's electricity load shedding, as we were saying.
Yes.
Look now.
Yes, as we speak, things are happening.
Do you see load shedding ending in any way?
Load shedding can end when the party thing changes. It can change.
Do you think it has to do? Sometimes I'm feeling pity for ANC, because I don't know what they can tell us. Because if they say they can fix load shedding, I'm always saying, why don't you fix it now? If they say they'll fix the roads, I'm like, why don't you fix them now? Because you're still in power.
By the look of things, if I was in the government or could change things. What we were supposed to do is to say the ruling party of any country must not campaign, because their works spoken.
Yes. I mean, what will they say?
So what are you saying? Because you have been there.
I heard the Cyril saying, Mori, if you vote for, don't forget, if you vote for this, you might lose this. Yeah, because of things that maybe the grants, maybe like you don't know what will happen to the pay, because it's the ANC. So I could see now they are campaigning in a negative way.
Yes, already they are on the left.
Yeah, once they say, hey, don't forget, you might lose this if you vote for other parties. You can tell them no.
No.
Do you think the big lion is falling?
It is falling. It's visible. I'm telling you, the only thing that they will do, you will see for the first time in South Africa. ANC will try to rig the election.
Do you think it's for the first time? Now people from ANC they are laughing
if ever.
It's the first time.
No, remember, it was obvious that they will win.
Oh yes, people
they still had that bit of a faith. So,
but this
time, because already
things are becoming obvious, like EFF is growing, there's MK, which means ANC doesn't have a lot of people
Even the people who go there for their manifesto are people who have been promised and bought, things have been bought, and they've tried to pull the people to come to the stadium. But people they have no faith anymore on ANC. That's the truth. You see. So also to make a disclaimer, myself, I have no party that I support. I'm a person who looks at them, who analyzes. So I'm not sure about you.
No. Clean. I just look at things so that we can all talk about them.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe soccer, we might take sides but
yes.
In terms of that, I know. We're just looking at South Africa as a whole and trying to see who is coming up. The Ngizwe stuff when I saw the police removing.
Yes, but he managed to. He succeeded.
The same spot.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, he succeeded. After I don't know whether those police, because he said after, because that day I was following up the story really.
Like
step by step while I was busy in doing my stuff in my computer.
So the show went on.
Yes, it went on and the people were full. Other people really they came out from EFF. They were wearing the red t-shirts.
Wow.
Yes, but there we need to investigate and see. You will see that Ngizwe was funded by a certain party.
It can be that.
No. Ngizwe doesn't have that capacity.
Ne?
Yes, it doesn't. It was funded. That thing was funded.
Who are you working for?
Yes. Ngizwe was funded.
No. Yeah. But now that a lot of people, what do you say of people who just come up like that because they think if we can oppose, people will become famous? Because I don't see like reasons like people like that to start pointing fingers without any intention, unless if there's a bigger intention they're not revealing it yet.
There are people in life that they like to be visible. They will find anything for them to be still on the show and be relevant. You understand? So Ngizwe are those people that can just be used by anybody for a certain purpose. You understand? That's why at some point he found himself now in court because of the Zuma thingy. You understand? So Ngizwe goes with the wind. He is not stable. He is not stable. So Ngizwe is not stable. Where he feels that the wind is going, he just.
You think it's an opportunity, but seeking what? Position?
No, attention.
Oh.
Yes, those people who like to seek attention. Because tell me what he stands for.
Because I know.
Yeah.
Do you want to open a party?
No.
Then what is this? Who are you leading? No, some people who voted for you when?
in his way with the influencers are not different.
Ne?
Yes. You know, an influencer, if you want to deal with someone, you just pay them. They will just, like the Chris Excel, you just hammer you and left, right, center, without a cause. How this guy? What happened? You know?
Yeah. But I know it's an interesting time. I'm so excited about this. You can follow us.
Yes, on Twitter. On Twitter, it's a Focal Point Hub. You go there, and then you follow us on go on our page on Facebook, also Focal Point Hub. You will find us there. That's where we don't take stories as they are and put them on our page. No. We review.
We check.
Yes, we review and then we say our mind. So other things that we write there, it's not that they are true or they are fact, but this is what our perspective of seeing things. You understand? They can change anytime. You see, they can change anytime, and then we come back and says, no, that review now is,
it's updated.
It's updated.
Yeah. So I will be speaking our mind. If you are a free speaker also, we're going to enjoy this because we'll be just speaking. But as we were saying, the intention is not only to speak our minds, but to unite South Africans and the world so that we can start bringing solutions to the crisis that we're having. Because sometimes I ask myself, those people in parliament sitting like almost every week, can they come up with solutions? But you can see the problem is bigger than that.
Let me, you see, I always say, sometimes criticize people, but also come back, because you can never know who you are until you have money. Or until you get into the circle. And then you will know that it is difficult, because you will find there are strongholds within the whether it's the parliament or whether any circle that you come into, there are strongholds. You can't just come in and say, no, I'm changing this thing now, I'm turning it around, and then so even if EFF comes in, on board and says now we are ruling, they will even whatever that they were trying to implement, they will need to think twice, because now they are wearing those shoes. They are on board, and they know that if they make drastic changes, the economy can fall down. So now they have to be careful of how they are twisting and doing things. You see, so it's whatever campaign. That's why I don't always listen to what they say. I want to see what they do. You understand? Because I know that I know for the fact that things change when you get into a certain platform. You see, they're not like as how you were thinking. When you get inside there, you will know that I thought this is just easy. I will just twist it. But now, also what you must remember is the things that you are dealing with the root cause of a problem. You are not going just to deal with something and then you forget about the root where it came from. So you need to deal with it from the root cause, where it came from. So when you say no, now we don't want this, there are a lot of disconnection of things that have been happening in that area. Let's say, for an example, we begin to say, okay, fine, the freeway, we are going to make them cheaper. You understand? They were very expensive. You must know also on the revenue, it is going to change. And also, there are people who are maintaining that road, and who owns the roads. You understand? There are signatures from behind that have been signed for the longest time. So, and the roads, most of the freeways, they don't belong to South Africa. They belong to who is this Anglo-American.
So that's a problem.
You see, so you can't just come and say, no, I'm kicking you off Anglo-American. So that's where sanctions comes in, because Anglo-American is America himself.
Yeah, because sometimes you'll ask yourself, especially the youth will ask themselves, then what are these old people doing in parliament if
Yeah.
they're not just solving things like unemployment in an easy way?
Yes.
There's a lot of problems, but seemingly they're not doing. And again, it's like they're not uniting over the solution like what we're doing. It's like this one is opposing this one. This one is opposing this one. So it takes time to come to a solution.
Yes, unlike America, in other parts of the country, if the president of the opposition is doing well, they will applaud him. You understand? And he says, no, he's doing well. Even the comments, you will find the comment. Here, you just have to oppose as long as you're opposition. And then if you are doing something positive, we don't talk about it. We talk about your shoes. What kind of a president who does not tie shoes? You understand? So we'll always want to find something negative.
So do you think we still have a mindset problem like in South Africa?
Yeah, in Africa, man.
It's the whole continent.
Yeah, we are just fighting. We are just... You will see it even with... you see it even in the community. This thing is starting from the top coming down.
Yo, because you're right. Communities are dirty. People cannot unite over solutions, how to clean.
Yeah.
Because this one is blaming the other one.
Yeah. So we'll talk about all those things. The community, what makes the community not to run this way. And I said, also these were the cause of the government. You remember when the government says no, they're taking power from the community, and then everything must come from the top there. And then now community, everyone was individual. Everyone is saying, no, I'm going to the council, or I'm going to, you understand? So it makes the environment, people not to unite, because everyone, if he has a problem, he needs to go to the municipality, can't go to the neighbor. You understand? So how they dislocated the togetherness of black communities. You understand? They are always looking into the government. They are always... So also that's why they introduce a lot of these handouts. Is to take away your power. And they make you feel inferior while you are getting that 350. You don't see that you can go beyond 350 anymore. You sit and then you die.
It's so sad. It's so sad. I mean, yo. Looking at it, like a lot of people don't even have trust, like they can work together. That's how bad it is. Because I think, or as blacks, once we decide to put up, because people made the government.
Yeah.
And then it's people who can still make their own governments in communities, and because what makes the government is just the money that we give them, whether it's tax, then they take that, they build whatever they... So even us, if we can unite over different things, even money, we can start building our cities and make things up, because that's what they are doing. We can build hospitals.
No, man, we can, if you want... You know, unity is power. It can change government's mind.
Yes, once they see it's working.
Yeah.
Because we just say, no, it's working. It's as easy as this.
No, we don't even want to tell them. If we say now we don't want to consult government, we want to do our thing.
We just do it.
We just do it to say, okay, fine. We are going to put borders around Val. You understand? We unite over a small thing, and then after that it grows until we say now we are closing Val. We don't want government
ourselves.
Yeah.
We don't need help.
Yes.
We are okay.
Yeah. And then before they change any system, they will consult you. Because they know how powerful you guys you are. You understand? They will first ask and say, should we or should we not? You see, that is also the other reason that before they change laws in the parliament or whatsoever, they ask the big guys, the rupees, the people, the millionaires.
What will this mean?
Yeah, to you, to your business.
Hey.
Yeah, so don't see them. They are not in the parliament. Yeah, they are the.
They're there.
Yeah,
it's them.
They are the court of parliament.
Yeah, no. But I think slowly Africans, I don't know, but I'm feeling like Africans are waking up, and they're starting to realize this bribery thing where other people give you money so that you can do things for them. I'm thinking we are getting used to it a bit. Like we're starting to refuse Nyana. Or no.
Who is refusing?
No, I was looking at the people refusing the money from. I think they went presidents was it in Ghana or Uganda, where presidents were meeting about the LG. What is it? This
LGBTQ whatever.
plus.
Yes.
They were saying there's money promised, but they were refusing. Like they can take their money. We are not doing it. So I was like, because that's what was happening some years back. But I saw presidents saying, no, we don't do it still, even if they give us money. Because seemingly there was a budget and what. And one of my friend works for, okay, let me not mention, but he was telling me that he wants me to do a song, but according to what we'll be representing, we must add the LGB. So I could see raw, it's part of the agreement for the money that they have to push that program. So I could see every time they'll tell you like, this is what we are pushing now, so you must push it if we give you this money. So that's what I'm saying. Or when I saw those ones refusing, I thought maybe it's getting better in a way, because how many years has it been whereby white people will leave and give us money to fight against each other? I mean, it was madness, and it still is.
It still is, man. Look at Congo, what is happening in Congo. You understand? I think also they're beginning to, even though it's going to affect us big time, because the problem is that we don't have the system, we don't own the system. The system that has been working in the world. So we fight this way without having building our own system. That's where the problem is. We need to first put together the system that we will use when we push away the other system. But now, us fighting unaware because this is how we feel about things, it doesn't work. Yes.
Might backfire.
Yes. Because they know that whatsoever system that they've put in Africa, it belongs to them. So whatever, if you push back that system, it will affect you until you submit. Because the sanctions are made for you to submit. Oppression for submission.
It's tough. But blacks are like gaining this thick skin where they're like, either way we're doing it, even if they can sanction us, because this country seemingly can't unite all on the sanction.
But you know what the problem is there?
Look at Burkina Faso now. They opened that mine.
Yes.
Some years back we would think, if we chase these people, we won't be productive. But he opened it and they hired a lot of people for that mine. So I could see because now, even in South Africa, the danger is, let's say some white people go. People are like, what will happen to the farms? We'll go hungry. If we say the mines are no more belonging to big companies, what will happen? But the thing is, we'll be having gold. Then those who want to buy, they can check.
Yeah, but the same reason that I'm saying,
check
we are fighting them. But are we making sure that our youth are being trained for gold? What is gold?
True.
Are we training them for? Are we making farms? I mean, farming compulsory. Yes, compulsory at school. If English is compulsory at school, why not
farming? Because it's part of food.
Yeah, this is what we have. You see, so a lot of that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we are fighting for what we don't know. We are only tired.
Yeah.
But then we are not preparing ourselves to take over whatsoever
we're fighting for.
Yes, that's why when the white have gone, what will happen is that now we are going to fight amongst each other. Everyone wants to take the gold for free. Now we begin to fight the same government to say no, this gold also now we have chased the white people, so also you want to eat the gold, also I need the gold. Then we fight. You see, so there are no systems to keep whatsoever that we have. So we will end up also fighting, even if we chase the white people and says no, they must not take this gold that belongs to us. But still, we don't have the system of how we are going to do these things, how we are going to handle the gold, how we are going to handle our communities. You understand? Because we are not building anything. We are not inventing anything. So we are only fighting because we have a white man has revealed something that this thing works. And then now we want that thing, but we don't know how it works and how to sustain it. You see?
So you reckon once we come up with systems like farming and what, but those are some of the things we must research on in terms of calling people who are into government and who are busy with the farming projects, just to see the stats, like how far are we, how many youth
in farming.
Yeah, just to see are we going to be okay. But I see politicians, they don't care anymore. They're saying we rather suffer as long as we own our own things. I mean, that's
but it's useless then. It becomes, I'm telling you, it becomes useless now to have something that you or now you are going to deprive each other now as black people. It was better if it was a white person depriving a black person.
But
now, when we fight as black people, now who is going to come in and say, no, guys, don't fight?
Yeah,
we will wait for the West to come and and say it's not, yeah, and then they bring the United Nations to come and detect. And then while they are saying, no, guys, war must stop, they are busy stealing.
The same thing happened. So yeah, what's your take on that? But that's what we'll be talking about the whole year.
Yes.
And we'll be changing topics.
Yes.
So whatever you think the solution can be for whatever topics that we have a lot of problems. That's why we'll need solutions from you and everybody at home. But we are ready.
Yes, we're also going to be talking about relationship problems.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because also this emanates from the relationship, and everything is relationship.
True.
You understand? Politics is relationship, and also relationships. Talking about husband, partnerships,
father and children.
Yes, father and children,
siblings.
Yes, because this is where the foundation is. So if there is no foundation, who is going to? Who's going to help us? If there's no foundation, nothing.
And again, the talking about relationships, the 50-50 thing, how bad has it brought this count? Is it a good thing? Has it brought more good than bad? But I hear nowadays a lot of women don't even want to get married, like the ones I know. It's like
no, they are lying. I'm telling you, they are lying.
They want.
They want. It's just they're tired.
They are tired.
Yeah, and they don't want to be to be found wanting. You understand? But deep inside of their heart, they want. But
you want, man.
Yeah, they are just in denial. That's what.
But I think what do you think it has anything to do with what happened, the changes politically that changed a lot of women's mind?
No,
the pressure on men.
No, it's adopting the West without calculating. Yes,
like what it means.
Yes, we just took other people's culture and we brought it here, and then we don't know what it means, what it entails. You understand? So it has brought a lot of mental illness.
Imagine just gender violence. It has become like the biggest thing for government.
Yes.
Like for that to have such a budget.
Yes, because just to be frank with this, the government is to be blamed for these things because they took away power where it belonged. You understand? They tried to give everyone 50-50 power. Even your child is a 50 power there. So that means when we are for the 25 power, 25, 20, you understand? You are all equal. Where have you seen it? Even in the company, it does not work. In any structure of any organization, it does not work. The protocols, there are protocols, there are structures.
Somebody must report to
someone must submit. So why is it not being done also in the family? You understand? So also in the family there were those structures because that's why they used to succeed in olden days. But now because everyone does as he thinks or as she thinks, I also have power. And then everything goes down because there's no structure anyhow. You see, no structure.
It's bad.
You see, so this thing of 50-50 doesn't work. Everyone has to bring 100% of himself or herself. So there's no 50. The way is the other 50. It has to be 100%. You understand? If you are coming to work, if you're a manager, you need to come with your capacity of 100% and work in that position. If you're working under a manager, you have to bring your 100% capacity. So there's no one who says, no, manager will take 75 and then the worker will take... everyone has to come with 100% to do what he's been called to do at that
What
time.
they mean is some years back it was 100% men. So they're saying no, 100% men.
There was
won't
nothing
do.
like that. Women empowerment. They have been having power ever since, from the Garden of Eden.
But they wanted the political one, whereby they can work with men in minds, whereby they can decide on the things that men were deciding on, and we were excluding them. Even now, some churches don't allow women to speak because Paul said they must be wearing something. So it's all over this woman
No,
thing.
it's a misinterpretation of things. You know, women have been having power ever since. You know, you see me walking here. What is full in my mind is a woman.
Hey,
I was born by a woman who spent a lot of time with me. Is a woman. You understand?
True.
Now I'm living with a woman. You understand? I'm controlled by a woman. Whether you like it or a woman has power.
so they don't need to be given.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Or I think
Which
it was
one
a
do
political one, because they were not working in some other places because of their gender. That's why it started in parliament.
But the person who is in the politics is also as a wife. He is the one who is influencing what is happening there.
Yes, that's why they pushed to go talk to them, or later now we want to work in the mines. Go talk to them in parliament. And the man came and he said, no, but we must look into this woman's issue. And we bought into it because they were not working in some other places. They were not driving those big trucks. They were not. They were saying it's too hectic for them.
Yeah, no, those ones, you know, it is, you can't
They were,
argue with those.
I think
They're
even
cool.
in military they were not allowed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those ones they can have, then they can work, because women have been working like men ever since before this a boss thing comes to say no, go and work for a factory. We were working together in the field. You understand? All of us, and women were working more than a man in the field. You understand? So there is nothing that really has happened that. It's only that the introduction of work of work or of a boss, it came to men before it came to women. So women we were remaining at home, taking care of kids and also of the field. Remember, in the rural areas. So because mostly they are the ones who are doing the rural area thing. They will take care of kids, and then also they will take care of the field, and they will manage it, and they will succeed. And the father will go work in the mine and come back, whether it's a holiday and whatsoever. So slavery thing is the one that brought all these problems that we have today. But we were in the right place where everyone was working. There was no 50, there was no 100. Everyone was working. Everyone knew his place. Everyone knew her place. Even a child.
They felt they were undermined for many years. Like,
Yeah, maybe because men went for a
don't you
longest
think it's
time.
the same cry where they define a woman from the Bible, where they say, "You will." He doesn't want you to be like him. You will be like him. Don't you think there's that cry in women to be like somebody who's superior? Because it's saying you will be, and she was tempted, like you will be like him. Like, how come I'm inferior? Because don't you think they're like that?
No, you know, life, man.
That's the position.
Yes, the Bible says, they says God created a man for. It says the man is the glory of God,
But the woman is the
yes, it's the glory of man. You see, so
protocol.
yes, a man was made for God, and the woman was made for a man. So
these are some of the protocols that are even coming from religious
But they were in
perspective.
order.
Because they are saying
there was no
they're
oppression.
saying even from religion, it has always been men on top. So they are saying already. That's what we must look into, because people who wrote these things as laws in the Bible, those are the people we are saying, who are these people who wrote this thing like God, it's for man, it's for God, and woman, it's for, because it was showing oppression. The protocol for others is like oppression.
God understood the power that they gave women. That these ones they need submission because they have too much power. They say. You see?
So that's
So he understood that the power that is in a woman is too much.
He must
If you
be-
allow them to, it will burst. So always there must be submission. Also a man.
So what we call submission, the world sees as oppression.
No. It's not. It's not.
They feel like, why must we submit to you?
Yeah,
That's what they are
then
feeling.
that's why we have a problem also in the
families,
houses,
yes.
in
Because they
even
feel
in
like they are
companies.
oppressed.
Yes.
Mara, beside that, even some families, they use submission as oppression, because you can tell by the evidence when you look at that this man does this. He will tell the wife, hey, I'm the one who's bringing food in this house. Like, you can tell her it's more like oppression.
No, abuse of power will always be there. You understand? As much as now other women also they feel that they are on top, they still also abuse
men.
Yeah, they still abuse those who are under them, even their own children.
True,
You understand?
true,
even their own children. So we are not talking about abuse of power. We are talking about the structures that are healthy, protocols healthy. You understand? We are not talking about if you are given power
then you
and
abuse it.
and the other people. No. We are talking about submission in someone that you love. You understand? Submission that has love inside of it. You understand? No one will want to abuse something that's why even in the Bible it speaks about who will feel to punish his own hand if you are the same pot, because the Bible says in marriage you are one.
Become one.
Yeah, so the head can't decide in the morning, says today I want to hit this hand. You understand? Because yesterday it did something that is not good. You understand? But you will still feel the pain. So that's why most of the times in marriage, if anything happens to the other person, it also affects the other person.
The other one.
You see? So we are talking about, when we talk about these protocol things and the power. We are not talking about abuse of power. We are talking about a healthy relationship that has protocols that are held also, and everyone feels satisfied. Like when you wake up in the morning and go to your boss, that you feel him abusing you, but you need money, so you go and work and be happy and submit to him, and then at the end of the day he gives you what you deserve. You understand? When you are paid well. But there are other bosses that abuses the very same power and they underpay you. You understand?
True.
So we cannot the problem is that we blanket everything
in one thing.
Because there's one who was abused, so everyone is abused. So everyone must have 50-50. Even this one who's not abused, he feels that man, this one is like he's happy. You understand? Let me also climb the ladder, and that's where the rebellion comes, and then the family is destroyed.
Yeah, no, Mzansi, that's it. That's what this will be about.
Yeah.
At least I think they've got the idea.
Yeah, the idea, yes. We will grow in it, we will make a lot of mistakes, we will but this is who we are.
Yeah.
Focal point.
Yeah, Bo. Please
Even
follow.
the names.
And then let's solve this. Let's help organizations, associations, politicians,
marriage people, pastors, and all the people in the community
to bring solutions, because we cannot always live in a place as if there's no solutions. We know 1 + 1 is 2, so there's always a solution.
Yeah.
It's just hidden by people and systems. So we'll find it with you and implement it with you and bring you the results.
Yes.
Tebo, I'm minister, by the way. Hey? I want to be famous.
My name is Mtunzi. Great.
Yebo, thank you. I think that's it.